Our respected program officer, Dr. Deepak Savai sir, had joined us. Good morning, sir.
श्रुति आवाज येते?
हो सर. Honorable Dean Faculty of Agriculture, Dr. P.N. Rasar sir, had joined us. Good morning, sir. All other volunteers are requested to keep their mics on mute while the program is going on. We will be starting in 2 minutes. Good morning, everyone. This is Shruti Santojangam, second year NSS volunteer and the host for today's webinar. सर सुरू करूयात आपण.
Yes.
May I request the second year NSS volunteer Shilpa Gaikwad to play the NSS Geet for the start of the event. Shilpa.
Yes, Shruti.
समाज के लिए उठे जगे स्वराष्ट्र के लिए जगे स्वयं सजे वसुंधरा सवार दे स्वयं सजे वसुंधरा सवार दे हम उठे गजब हमारे संग साथियों सब बढ़ेंगे अपने आप साथियों
जमीन पे आसमान को उतार दे
जमीन पे आसमान को उतार दे स्वयं सजे वसुंधरा सवार दे
स्वयं सजे वसुंधरा सवार दे बांटते चले
गांव और शहर की दूरियों को काटते चले
ज्ञान को प्रचार दे प्रसार दे
ज्ञान को प्रचार दे प्रसार दे स्वयं सजे वसुंधरा सवार दे
स्वयं सजे वसुंधरा सवार दे
शान ओढ़ती रहे धरा
तरक्कियों की एक नई कतार दे
तरक्कियों की एक नई कतार दे स्वयं सजे वसुंधरा सवार दे
स्वयं सजे वसुंधरा सवार दे
धर्म बोलियां बने नशूल राह की बढ़ाए बेल प्रेम की अखंडता की चाहती
सद्भावना से ये चमन निखार दे
सद्भावना से ये चमन निखार दे स्वयं सजीव सुंदरा सवार दे
स्वयं सजैव सुंदरा सवार दे
Thank you so much, Shilpa. Hello and good morning, everyone. India and Japan, the two powerhouses of Asia, the two emerging powers in the world. And when it comes to India's relations with the world, Japan holds an important position. And these relations dates back to the centuries. It has harmony and respect for each other's culture in its foundation itself. Two countries share a special bond since ancient times, when India and Japan were connected culturally through the Siddhanta of Buddha. And since then, this bond has been getting stronger and stronger. Whether it is combating against mighty colonial powers in colonial era, or sharing technology or geopolitical relations for global peace in this modern era, India and Japan are always been the loyal partners for each other. Japan, the technology hub of the world, and India, a country with huge mass of skilled youth. And I believe this Japan's technology and India's youth together has capability to change the world. So here we are today, moving a small step towards this visionary dream by exploring the topic Japan's calling, opportunities for Indian youth in Japan. And for this, I am delighted to introduce you all our today's chief guest and speaker of the event, Mr. Tomio Isogai, sir. Namaste, sir. Konnichiwa. First of all, hello and very good morning, everyone. This is Shruti Santojangam, second year NSS volunteer, and your host for today's webinar. And a very warm welcome to our chief guest and speaker of today's event, Mr. Tomio Isogai, sir, and all the honorable dignitaries present over here, and most beloved our audience that has joined us through this online platform of Zoom. Now, I would like to invite second year NSS volunteer, Mr. Ajay Shinde, to please welcome all the dignitaries present over here. Over to you, Ajay.
Thank you so much, Shruti. Hello and a very good morning, everyone. This is Ajay Uday Shinde, second year NSS volunteer, and I welcome you all to this special webinar. First of all, I would like to welcome our today's chief guest and speaker for today's event, Mr. Tomio Isogai, sir, on behalf of National Service Scheme College of Agriculture, Pune and College of Agriculture, Pune. I would also like to welcome President for our today's event and Honorable Dean, Mahatma Phule Krishi Vidyapit Rahuri, Honorable Dr. P.N. Rasal, sir, on behalf of College of Agriculture, Pune and National Service Scheme College of Agriculture, Pune. Moving further, I would also like to welcome Associate Dean, College of Agriculture, Pune, respected Dr. S.D. Masalkar, sir, Vice President of Student Council, Dr. Arun Kamble, sir, Student Welfare Officer, respected Dr. P.V. Patil, sir, NSS Program Officer, respected Dr. Savle, sir, respected Dr. Tamboli, sir, and respected Dr. Patil, sir, and all the youth that has joined us on this virtual platform. A very warm welcome to everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Over to you, Shruti.
Thank you so much, Ajay, for such a warm welcome and setting the tone for the event further. Moving to the next part of the event, I would like to briefly introduce our today's guest, Mr. Tomio Isogai, sir, to our audience. Mr. Tomio Isogai, sir, is freelance advisor in Indo-Japanese relations and senior advisor at Japan Techs at Kocher & Co, New Delhi. Mr. Isogai, sir, is former managing director of Sharp India Limited, and he has experience of working of 37 years with Sharp Corporation, which is an 100-year-old Japanese electronic giant. He is truly a global-minded business leader with diversified experience in more than 60 countries over the world. After retiring from Sharp in September 2016, in early 2017, he has come back to India and has started to engage in his new endeavor to become a bridge person connecting India and Japan, commercial, academically, and culturally. At present, he serves as advisor for 5 Indian companies, which include well-renowned law firm Kocher & Co. Since 2017, Mr. Isogai sir has been invited to many international conferences and seminars organized by institutions that include IIT Bombay, IIT Calcutta, IIT Indore, and IIT Allahabad. And today, Mr. Tomio Isogai sir is here with us to speak on the topic Japan's Calling, Opportunities for Indian Youth in Japan. And we are really delighted to have you, sir, here with us. And our audience is really eager to hear you. So without any further delay, I would like to request Mr. Tomio Isogai sir to please have words of wisdom with our students. Over to you, sir. Over to you, sir. Mr. Isogai sir, am I audible to you? Sir, you are not audible.
श्रुति
Yes, sir.
ना अनम्यूट कर जो कर दो
Oh, sir. I think there is some technical issue. We have to wait for 2 minutes.
Otherwise, call Shruti.
Oh, yes, sir. Sir had joined.
Okay.
Mr. Isogai sir, am I audible to you?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much and very warm welcome to you all. And thank you for this great opportunity. Special thanks to Dr. Patil for his kind invitation. And I unfortunately today the network is not seemingly very stable. But if I get out, just wait for a few seconds. I'll be back anyway, I hope. Okay, so thank you for this opportunity again. And this is my great privilege and honor to be here with you today. So I'm going to talk about Indo-Japan relationship from the past, present, and the future. And you may not have heard anything about this. This is a completely new story for you, maybe. All right, so bear with me for some time. I will be sharing you my screen. Hope it's visible now.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Great. So Japan's calling, opportunities in Japan for Indian youth. Okay, so let me just go through today's topics for discussion. Number one, different perspectives and commonness between you and Japan. And number two, secrets of Japan's recovery after the World War II. Number three, beyond Industry 4.0, what will be next? Number four, India and Japan, strongest partners, which I do believe from my heart. And number five, career opportunities in Japan. Okay, first thing I like to share with you is the map. The global standard world map is just like this, and you're very familiar with it. But nobody in Japan is looking at world this way. We Japanese people look at the world only this way. Take a look at this. See, in this map, which you are very familiar with, India and Japan, okay, looks closer, but in Japan and the United States of America looks so far away, but that's not true. From our perspective, Japan is in the middle of, India and US, right? So it's a very different perspective. It's the same thing, but from the different angle, you see it differently. Now, one more difference between India and Japan, huge difference is this, population pyramid or demography. Look at this population graphic. All right, in the year 2020, India looks like this. The blue color represent boys or male population. The orange color represent girls or female population. Okay, the bottom line is 0 age, top line is the 100 age. All right. So in each 5 years age groups, it shows. Now, let me show you the year 2050, the 30 years from today. India will look like this. Okay. Japan, the population wise, India's population in the year 2020, 138 crore, which may become 164 crore even, right? So keep growing. But on the other hand, look like Japan look like this, all right? Japan is looking so different, so different. Look at the shape in the year 2050. And the number of population is only 13 crore to become much less, only 11 crore or even less than that. Are you seeing this? Is everyone okay? Am I audible too?
Yes, sir, you are properly audible and screen is visible.
Great. Okay. So look at this. Japan is in desperate need of young manpower everywhere, all industries, including agriculture, where no robotics or AI can replace the humans. Okay. So remember that. Now, differences are there, but there are many common things we can share between you and me. The first thing is Buddha and Buddhism. It was born in India and now brought up very strongly and deeply into the Japanese society. This is the greatest Buddha statue, the world's biggest statue of the Buddha. It has the height of 18 meters, 18 meters high. It was inaugurated by the Indian monk, Bodhisena, who came through China. And it was year 752. So since 8 centuries old, our relationship. And Japan is a very unique country and a nation with multiple religions. In a way, very unique. How? Because the same person like me as a Japanese worship Buddha, worship the nature as gods. These are the two rocks on the seashore. The bigger rock is a husband, small rock is his wife, and they are connected by the sacred rope. We worship nature as gods, mountains, rivers, rocks, trees. All nature is our God, protecting us everywhere. I think that is a similar thing in Hinduism. Okay. Now, you have heard about the 3 wise monkeys, right? Yeah. Mahatma Gandhi ji talked about it some time ago. Speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. Did you know that those 3 wise monkeys are very well known and almost every one of the Japanese know it? Yes, this is the photograph taken by a Japanese shrine, which is like a temple in Japan centuries ago. So even centuries before Mahatma Gandhi ji was talking about those 3 wise monkeys, they were there in Japan and everybody knows there. Here, Mahatma Gandhi ji is standing in the Central Park in Tokyo, welcoming all the visitors from all over the world. Now, look at these 3 statues closely, very closely. Aren't they looking familiar to you? Yes, they are. Those are the Benzaiten from the left, Kangiten in the center, Tamonten on the right. But these 3 gods and goddesses are originated from India: Saraswati, Ganesha, and Kubera. We just celebrated the Ganesha festivals. And in Japan even, there are people celebrating it. Okay, because the Lord Ganesha is just one of the deities worshipped in Japan by the Japanese people, derived from India. Isn't that nice to know? Okay. Even Lakshmi is there in Japan, worshipped as goddess named Kichijoten. in the Japanese name, but it's the same God, I mean goddess, we worship, right? Isn't that nice to know? Those are just examples. There are more you can find, all right? So spiritually, we are connected very deeply. Isn't that a nice thing to know? Now, changing the subject, now I talk about the miraculous recovery of Japan after the World War II. In 1979, a book was published by a professor at Harvard University, USA. The book was titled Japan as Number One. But subtitle of this book was more important, as it said, Lessons for America. Lessons for America. Now, take a look at the fact. The fact was Japan has never been number one. But in 1968, remember this year, 1968, Japan has made its global position as number two in terms of GDP over West Germany at that time, only next to USA. Okay, in 1968. And do you remember the year when the World War II ended? The World War II ended in 1945 by the 2 drops of the atomic bombs by the Americans, and Japan surrendered. And the day, August 15th, see, the August 15th is the date for us, the ending of the World War II. But on the same day, this is another coincidence, that 15th of August, you celebrate your independence since 1947. We do not celebrate that day, but we remember all those souls and spirits fought for the nation. And every year we, memorize as a very important day. So this is another common thing that we share. The same date is a very important memorial day for us. Hiroshima, on that day, 6th of August, was a disaster, totally in ashes. But now this city has recovered as a very big modern city, academic, industrial city, just like Pune. Some of the secrets of Japan's success recovery, I can tell you from my own experiences, okay? Not from the book that I showed you, but from my own experience, I can tell you, because I'm the second inheritant from the previous generation. Number one, working very hard without without any claim on overtime pay. I didn't care about that. I was working so hard. Number two, obey all the set rules. That is a basic common virtue of life. Number three, punctual to schedule. The punctuality in Japan, you may have heard about that. Very, very strict punctuality is observed in Japan, all over there. Okay? Even 1 minute delay is not even allowed. And at offices, every offices, governmental or private offices, there are chore, the morning meeting, and yure, evening meeting or get together every day by every team. Intensive planning and implementation on schedule. 4 and so combined with the PDCA cycle. PDCA, do you know PDCA? It's an English word. A plan, do, check, and act. Right? It's a management cycle. And Horenso is a combination of 3 words of Japanese words. Hokoku, reporting, rendaku, informing, sodan, consulting. So in short, Horenso. TQC, the total quality control. That is another secret behind the successful recovery of Japan. 5S and Kaizen, you may have heard about them, as a daily practice by all. Teamwork rather than stand play by individuals. And consensus decision-making or collective decision-making by ring system. Lifetime employment, I'm a good example here. After graduation from my college as a BA, I worked for only one company as long as 37 years till I retire from them. Okay, so it's a lifetime employment. So loyalty is there. Why it was possible? Because of two things: job rotations amongst or within the company, and the progressive promotion system is all set. So whenever I did a good job, I got promoted. I got a new assignments. I got a new opportunities to grow further, higher. Okay. So if you like to know more about this, I would like to come back to you and elaborate on those things, if you like. Now, one thing you have to know as a secret behind this: in all public primary schools in Japan, there is a time slot for cleaning done by all pupils or kids every day. Look at them. They're enjoying it, and they learn how to work in a team as well since such a childhood. So that was another secret of Japan's success, and 5S could be done successfully. So Swachh Bharat is a big challenge here, I know. Now, changing the subject, Industry 4.0, you may have heard about it. Yes, in Germany, they have started the first industrial revolution in the 18th century, second industrial revolution, which is Industry 2.0 in 19th century, and the third industrial revolution, 20th century, and we are now living in the fourth industrial revolution, or Industry 4.0. All right, that is where we are now. Marketing 4.0 is also available from America. You may have heard about this. Marketing 1.0, product-driven marketing. Marketing 2.0 or 2.0, customer-centric marketing. Not marketing 3.0, human-centric marketing. And marketing 4.0 now is a marketing approach that combines online and offline interaction between companies and customers. And because of this pandemic, now you're feeling and you're experiencing the online offline interaction between the companies and the employees, the schools and students, right? Colleges and the students as well. That is what we are experiencing right now. In fact, in an increasingly online world such as today, offline touch represents a strong differentiator. Marketing 4.0 also blends style with substance in building brands and ultimately complements machine-to-machine connectivity with human-to-human touch to strengthen the customer engagement. That is Marketing 4.0 by Philip Kotler. So what will be next beyond this? What will be beyond Industry 4.0 and Marketing 4.0, which is here in Japan? We call it Society 5.0, which is the history of mankind reveals that evolution of human society has been fueled by technological advances, with the key steps along the way as Society 1.0, hunter-gatherer society. Society 2.0, agrarian or agricultural-based society. Society 3.0, industrial society. And we are living in Society 4.0, which is an information society. And the next one is going to be Society 5.0. It's a human-centered society that balances economic advancement with the resolution of social problems by a system that highly integrates cyberspace and physical space. The Society 5.0 achieves a high degree of convergence between cyberspace or virtual space and physical space or real space. The huge amount of information from sensors in physical space is accumulated and collected in cyberspace. In the cyberspace, this big data is being analyzed by artificial intelligence And the analysis results are fed back to humans in the physical space again in various forms. So things and systems are all connected in cyberspace, and optimal results obtained by AI exceeding the capabilities of humans are fed back to physical space. So this is the image. See, the left side is Society 4.0, the right side is 5.0, and the upper side is the cyberspace, bottom side is a physical space. So Society 4.0 left side and Society 5.0 on the right side. This is the visual image. So the Society 5.0 would also contribute to meeting the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, established by the United Nations. The Japan aims to become the first country in the world to achieve a human-centered society, or Society 5.0, in which anyone can enjoy the high quality of life with full of vigor. It intends to accomplish this by incorporating advanced technologies in diverse industries and social activities, and fostering innovation to create new values. New value creation is the goal. Some of the examples of new values are being introduced already in mobility, healthcare, caregiving, manufacturing, agriculture here, you may want to know, food and disaster prevention, and energy conservation. In case of agriculture is like this, the new values in the field of agriculture in Society 5.0. The new value can be generated through AI analysis of big data, consisting of diverse information such as methodological data, crop growth data, meteorological data, crop growth data, market conditions, and food trends and needs, demands and supply, right? Somebody was making some noise in the screen, maybe. I don't know who has done this, but please avoid putting anything on the screen, please. Achieve ultra labor saving and high production smart agriculture by automating farm work and saving on labor through robot tractors, automation, automatic collection of crop data through drones, using the drones, right? And automating and optimizing water management based on the weather prediction, river wall level, and water level, and so forth. Miss Priya Sindhi is giving me a noise in the screen. Please stop it. Miss Priya Sindhi.
Sorry for interruption, sir. I'll do take care of that.
Yes,
You may
please.
continue.
Yeah, some more noises are coming up on the screen, right? As you see. All right.
Yes, sir.
These solutions can help increase food production and stabilize supply, reduce food waste, and stimulate consumption. So this is the area, in your area, that you can develop by using those technologies. In Society 5.0, I don't know when it's coming really, but it's coming for sure in the future. This is the image, right? These are the images of the new Society 5.0 farming in that society, all right? Now, take a look at the Japan and India Vision 2025. It's a special strategic and global partnership, right? And Japan-India vision statement has been signed off, especially in the area of IoT and AI solutions. So this brings about a convergence between India's flagship programs such as Digital India, Startup India, and Smart City with Japan Society 5.0 to promote societal benefits. There is a MOC, Memorandum of Cooperation signed by the two ministers in Japan and India. This was in January this year. The agreement reached in the field of information and communication technologies, ICT, by both countries on 5G technologies, telecom security, submarine optical fiber cable system, spectrum management, smart cities, high altitude platform for broadband, disaster management and public safety, etc. Okay. And India has already established 12 Japan industrial township, which include one in Maharashtra. See, so I believe many more Japanese companies are coming to invest in India and to start manufacturing in many places. And there is another Quad alliance called Quad. US, Australia, India, and Japan has made this Quad, the new allies. In the coming few days, there will be a physical summit meeting. The first physical Quad summit will be held very shortly. India-Japan relationship has been very strong, and particularly because of this factor. The Dr. Jaishankar, the external minister, his wife is a Japanese lady, right? The external minister, Dr. Jaishankar, his wife is a Japanese. And they got 3 kids already, right? It's nice to know. 2 sons and 1 daughter, I believe. They are born ambassadors to Japan and India for both countries. Isn't that nice to know? Okay. I admire and respect very highly the Swami Vivekananda. And he once told in 1894 when he was in USA, what he said, Western efficiency and dynamism combined with Indian spiritual values will create the best management system in the world. Very well said. And India has done a great job following his words, but take a look at the reality, some of the reality here. Human Capital Index ranking by World Bank, September 2020 released. That showed the ranking in 2020, Japan as number 3. The top 10 are like this. Do you know where India was ranked? Oh, thank you for solving the problem. Now noise is gone. India was ranked in this Human Capital Index as number 116, way down, very way down. You see the some of the neighbors, Vietnam 38, China 45, Brunei. Do you know where Brunei is? Brunei is 56, Malaysia 62, Thailand 63, Sri Lanka, your neighbor, 72, Indonesia 96, Philippines 104, Nepal, your neighbor again, 109, right? So India is way down still overall or average. Next, the Global Competitiveness Index 4.0 by World Economic Forum. In 2019 ranking, Japan was number 6. Those are the toppers. And India was ranked number 68. Some of the neighbors for you, Taiwan 12, South Korea 13, Malaysia 27, China 28, Thailand 40, Indonesia 50, Philippines 64, Vietnam 67. One more thing, World Competitiveness Ranking 2020 by IMD. Japan was unfortunately 34, very, very down. Those are the top 10s. And India, by this ranking, it was 43. So it's much better than the other one, right? And Taiwan 11, China 20, South Korea 23, Malaysia 27, Thailand 29, Indonesia 40. And India is 43. Not too bad in this chart or in this ranking. Okay, so whenever you see any statistics or any index, any ranking, don't look at that one way only. See, take a look at the several things to compare, right? Because each criteria is different. All right, ease of doing business by World Bank. In the year 2020, the ease of doing business ranked Japan as number 29. Those are the top 10s. India was ranked 63, still way down. Those are the neighbors. Malaysia 12, Taiwan 15, Thailand 21, and China 31. Those are better than India, but Brunei, Vietnam, Indonesia, Bhutan, Nepal, Philippines are way down, even lower than India. So these are some of the index that you need to consider. And for sure, India should go up as quick as possible. You need to catch up very quickly, right? Global Manufacturing Risk Index by Cushman and Wakefield among 48 countries, showing the risk ranking. Number 1 least risk country is Canada, number 2 USA, number 3 Singapore, number 4 Germany, number 5 China. But the cost ranking shows number 1 China, Vietnam number 2, and India got number 3. That is a big improvement. Malaysia number 4, Indonesia number 5. So India is now better than Malaysia and Indonesia in terms of costs, but still not better than India, China or Vietnam. The baseline or bottom line ranking shows China number 1, USA number 2, India got number 3 overall, risk ranking, which is not bad. Czech Republic number 4 and Canada number 5. So you're catching up, right? But you got to catch up with China as quick as you can, right? To become a manufacturing and industrial hub for the world. To do that, to make India as a world hub for industry and manufacturing especially, you got to work with Japan. You got to work with Japan. That's my message, because Japanese teamwork spirit and accountability combined with Indian jugaad concept will create the best manufacturing system in the world. I'm not joking about this. Jugaad is not just negative factor. It has a lot of positive factor to it. That's why we have to combine the Japanese accountability, teamwork, and perfection in quality with Indian jugaad concept can become the strongest manufacturing system in the whole world to compete against China. Without working together, India cannot become the competitor to China. I believe it. All right. I talked about the shortage of workforce in Japan. A lot of the shortages are happening there. Okay. This chart is only showing, this graphic is showing only April 2019. And just look at this agriculture field. In the agriculture field, more than 1 lakh, close to 1.5 lakh is in short. Even after this pandemic, the situation will be there. The shortage is going to be worsened, right, in the coming years. So just remember, Japan requires a lot of manpower from outside Japan, particularly from India. You're welcome to come to Japan. See, this chart is only April 2019. So it's even, going to be more and more. Demand for non-Japanese engineers are particularly very big, right? Particularly in the field of IT, software engineers are required by the number of 8 lakhs by the year 2030, right? And the reason behind the need for engineers is in part the same as in the other fields, which is the aging population. See? And Japanese universities cannot produce enough software engineers to keep up with the demand, especially in the field of such as database and AI development. If you are very good at, computer science and AI, IoT areas, you will have a great opportunity to have a decent jobs in Japan, especially in the software developments. All right. For example, in the engineering in IT sector, those are the annual earnings in Japan. Just a simple programmer can earn 15.8 lakhs per annum. AI engineer is the highest paid, 38 lakhs. This is just an example for you to know. If you like to study abroad, thinking about going to West, think about Japan as well. All right. Scholarship is given, technology is all there, utility all you can get and enjoy, dynamism also you can find, and the last Y means yummy food. You can enjoy the food, all variety of food in Japan too. Even if you are vegetarian, you can enjoy that. Why to go to Japan? Because Japan is full of its amazing people, amazing nature as well. You can enjoy all 4 kinds, different distinct seasons. We are getting into this summer to autumn now on the red color. You know, this will be in 2 months. You see this all over Japan. Immediate opportunity to go to Japan. There are 2 options. One is Sakura Science Program by JST. JST is the Japan's Science and Technology Agency. It's like DST in India, right? Based on the invitation by Japanese institutions. So you have to get the invitation from the Japanese institutions. And you can go to Japan and visit there about 1 week to 3 weeks, all year long, okay? Number 2 is to apply for scholarship by JASO. It's another Japanese government organization. And you can, it is based on the MOU. You have to have an MOU with Japanese universities. And based on that, you can go from 8 days to maximum 1 year to visit all year long. So those are the 2 opportunities that you can explore by the help of your institution. Okay. Today itself, there is a webinar. If you are interested in getting to know more about higher education in Japan, there is one webinar being conducted today at 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock today by the University of Tokyo Indian Office Study in Japan project. All right. It's a study and work in Japan webinar, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock today. 3 universities are presenting, presenting their courses. Some courses are available in English medium, in the master course or PhD or postdoc. Okay. So if you're interested, please join this webinar today at 1 o'clock and get registered beforehand. Right. I will be sharing all this information after this session. So you'll get this information handy. My suggestion to you, if you are really interested in going to Japan for higher education or to get a job, you have to learn Japanese language. Huge potential is there. But you need to start learning Japanese language today, not tomorrow. Because it will take 2 to 3 years for you to reach an employable level in proficiency in Japanese language. But you got the talent. Indian people got the talent. How many languages you speak already now? Just adding one more language just as Japanese is a piece of cake for you, right? Try that. Okay. Now I give you some takeaways as a leader. What are the key elements of a strong team? TEAM. T for transparency. E for empowerment. A for appreciation and acknowledgement. M for motivation. See, I can elaborate much on these topics. Yes, I can come back to you if you need it. What are the key elements of a strong leader? There are 6 elements like LEADER. L for logical thinking. E, eloquent speech. Ambitious vision. D, dynamic approach. E, empathetic personality. And R, Yes, as you imagine, responsible action. Those are the 6 elements that makes a strong leader. All right. So this is from my own experiences that I come up. Now, as we all know, we are living in a VUCA world, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. It's a very fragile society where we are living. Now, in this world, you need another VUCA here. You have to have a clear vision. You have to have a deep understanding. You need to have a clarity, and you need to have agility. It's agile approach that you need to do in this VUCA world, right? From this VUCA, I like to give you my thoughts.
Hello. So your voice is not audible. Hello.
Wait for 30 seconds or 1 minute. I think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The connection issue.
Yes.
All the audience is requested to wait for 1 minute. There is some technical issue. Sir has rejoined. Hello, sir.
Yes, he has joined, but its audio is not seeing. Sir, please leave the meeting and rejoin. Patil sir.
Yes, sir. We will wait.
सर रसाळ साहेब पण जॉईन झालेत, मासाळकर साहेब पण जॉईन झालेत सर.
झालेत ना?
हा ना सर. सर वेलकम सर, रिस्पेक्टेड डीन ऑफ फॅकल्टी डॉक्टर रसाळ सर.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. नमस्कार सर. नमस्कार.
येस सर.
नमस्कार.
नमस्कार. टूर मध्ये आहेत, ट्रॅव्हलिंग मध्ये आहेत, तरी जॉईन झालेले आहेत रसाळ सर.
हो हो, ऐकलं मी, पूर्ण ऐकलं.
येस सर.
सर त्यांच्या साईडने थोडा नेटवर्क इश्यू आहे, जॉईन होत आहेत ते.
मासाळकर सर पण जॉईन झालेत सर. गुड मॉर्निंग सर अँड वेलकम.
Hello, am I audible again?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, you ordered.
Yes sir, yes sir, you are audible.
There is some technical issue, sir. We'll wait for 2 minutes more. Sir has rejoined the meeting. Sir, am I audible to you?
पाटील सर हे रेकॉर्डिंग केलंय का आपण लेक्चरचं?
हो हो
हो सर.
ओके,
येस सर.
मला पाठवून द्यायचं झाल्यावर.
येस सर.
सर आपलं हे युट्यूब वर पण लाईव्ह पण आहे, आपण पण नंतर कधी बघू शकतो सर युट्यूब वर पण,
येस सर.
आपल्या कॉलेजच्या चॅनलवर.
मला पाठवून द्या.
येस सर, येस सर.
Hello, am I?
Yes, you are audible, sir. To be honest, sir, you are audible.
Sir, you are not audible. Mr. Isogai, sir, your mic is showing here, but you are not audible. It's an humble request to all the audience to wait for 5 more minutes. There is some technical issue. They are working on that. Thank you. Mike.
Faculties, there was a call from Isogi that he's facing the problem of the computer. He's rebooting it and will join after 2 minutes, within 2 minutes. Please, so bear with me.
Okay, sir. All the audience is requested to wait for the last 2 minutes. Our chief guest is joining us in a while. Thank you for your patience.
Hello, I'm back. Hello, I'm back.
Now, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. You are audible now, sir. Quite audible.
Okay, great. So let me just continue where I stopped. I don't know. But please allow me to share my screen, please.
Yes, sir. I have made you a host. Now you can share.
Okay, great. Okay, so where did I stop it? I went through this, right?
Sir, we were on the next slide. Next.
I talked to you about this, nah?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was at the last few slides actually. I was talking about yeah, right? Did I go through this?
Yes, sir. The next one after the leader.
Okay,
After
all right.
the
So
leader.
responsible
We finished
action,
the
huh?
leader.
All right.
We are
Buka,
completed leader.
yeah.
Yes,
And
sir. Here we are.
yeah. In my version, okay, I think I stopped around here, right?
Yes.
So the Buka, the new Buka vision understanding, that's fine. I changed the clarity into courage, right? You have to have a courage to make changes. And instead of agility, I put adaptability, which is getting more and more important to the changing environment. So in this VUCA world, how to survive, you have to have a clear vision, deep understanding, and you have to have a courage and adaptability. Okay. The three wise monkeys, we talked about it. But be careful about this fourth monkey here. Because you may not be hearing any evil, speaking any evil, or not even seeing the evil, but you may be following and sharing all evils every day. So be careful, don't get trapped into this. There is one wisdom, Rig Veda tells you, Ano Badra Kratabayantu Visbata. May good thoughts come to us from all directions. Look at those monkeys. Speak out, listen up, and see it all. This is what you need to do. All right? Message for you all. Thank you so much for your attention. Over to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. As you said, we all are connected so deeply and culturally and spiritually. And I'm sure in the future we will nurture these relations and take them to the new heights. And through nurturing this Indo-Japan relations, we will definitely move forward for the better future of unbreakable bond of friendship between India and Japan, future to set the Japan and India to different heights with different limits of the collaborations through its achieving the goal of sustainable development for both the countries. Now, I request if any of the volunteer have any of the question, they can ask Mr. Tomio. We have one question, sir. I request second year NSS volunteer, Mr. Rushikesh Ugli, to ask his question to chief guest.
Good morning, sir. My question is, as Japan has experienced the phase of demographic dividend in the past decades and used that opportunity to develop the economy of Japan. So what lessons you want to deliver to us so as to because we have just started our journey with this demographic dividend?
Rushikesh, can you please repeat your question?
Yes. Sir, as Japan has experienced the phase of demographic dividend in the past decades and used that opportunity to build the economy of Japan. So what lessons you want to deliver to India because we have just started our journey with this demographic dividend?
I'm very sorry. I think I got lost in the middle of your question speech. But just in short, what is your question? Maybe please once again, just in short.
Sir, as Japan has experienced that phase of demographic dividend and used that for the development of economy of Japan. So what lessons you want to give to us as India because we have just started our journey with this demographic dividend?
Right. You have to, make the most use of this demographic dividend. That means you have to learn from many good success stories like what we have done in Japan. There are many lessons that you can learn for the discipline of the people, and obviously you're working very hard and to try to make up original, Indian style, Indian business model that is coming from diversity, right? And a lot of enthusiasm from the youngsters like you. You need to come up with great ideas, following the previous success stories, but come up with new model, which must be combined with technology like digital transformation, that you may be able to come up with a combination of hardware and software and come up with different services that has never been achieved in the past. Then you need to create a big demand for the new products and enhance more manufacturing industry that brings the all new opportunities of labor. That's why I'm talking about Indo-Japan relation is very, very important. Japan is very good at hardware and a perfection of quality, right? And teamwork spirit and so forth. India has the creativity, adaptability, flexibility, and enthusiasm, right? I think the combination of those two nations can bring up a strong economy and strong opportunity for the enjoying the demographic dividend in India. You have to bring out all the technology transferred to India and to bring up to a new scale of services and new technologies introduced, and with a combination of software, hardware, this can bring up a new opportunity and good demand, and that will make everybody grow, and fast growing nation. Only India cannot do alone. You need to get the collaboration with Japan. That is my point of view. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request second year NSS volunteer Sriniket Mori to ask his question.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
I just wanted to ask you about basically the thing about agriculture in Japan and India, how the technologies can be transferred to each other. Like I've seen more genetic advancements in Japanese, agriculture view.
Yes, I'm
So
not.
I want to know what among those technologies could be brought here and how they could be implemented here.
I think you can go and study what Japan has done in the past. I'm not a specialist in this field. I cannot say what are the technologies that you can learn, but there should be a lot of things that you can learn, Indian agriculture. Why? Because I'm saying, when you go to Japan, if you go to the supermarket, if you go see and all the vegetables and fruits there, it's very different from India. How big different? The standardization is so much well done in Japan. Meaning, if you buy a tomato in Japan, every single tomato you see is in the same size, same shape. The standardization has been extreme. Obviously, the cost is very high. The cost is very high in Japan. In India, you find small, big, large, shape, different, so much of variety, but it's just as naturally grown and it's very cheap. So let's combine together. Let's combine this, technology in Japan, the standardization and the perfection of quality, okay, the safety, and India's way of, how to make the cost lower. Let's combine them, and then you can come up with the best product in agriculture. I'm sure if you learn from Japan so much of technologies, many things that you can learn. My recommendation, go to Japan and learn things and see the things, what's there happening, and bring them, the good part of it, into India and make it as a revolution. That's my idea. Thank you.
Surely, sir. Thank you for your guidance.
Thank you, sir. Now I request a respected Student Welfare Officer, Dr. Pramod Patil, sir, to ask his question.
Sir, thank you very much for sparing your time. I have one question for students. How student will move for Japan, that is for agriculture? There is a requirement in agriculture in near future. You told that 1.5 lakh agriculture.
Yes, actually, those are the farmer workers in the farmers. Really, we need some good laborers. So that can be brought to Japan. Some, of course, training. Of course, some of the training required. Japanese language is also mandatory. And if some young people willing to learn and to work there in Japan, a lot of shortages in the farming. Even though Japan is trying to introduce more automation, right? As I said, the drone will be used to control and monitor the farming, but also the tractors, automated tractors, autonomous driving tractors will be developed and introduced in the future. But still, there are a lot of things that humans should take care in farming, right? And those hands, the labors are in short, in big time. And this is going to be more and more phenomenal. So I'm not talking about your students, right? You should become the managers and the controllers and the business owners, but you can think of how to bring the Indian labor force, trained labor force to Japan and to get a good job and learning also. They can learn a lot about farming. Yes, that is my answer.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Moving forward with the session, I request respected Associate Dean, College of Agriculture, Pune, Dr. S.D. Masarkar, sir, to have a word with students. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
It was a great pleasure to listen so many things about where we stand actually and where we are supposed to go. So it was informative as well as path showing lecture, as well as what opportunities are there ahead in Japan. Probably it's not that only going there and learning something like labor, but definitely if we get experience and if we can come and develop our own land in that way, is going to be really beneficial. So thanks to you, sir, for sparing your valuable time. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request respected Dean Faculty of Agriculture, Dr. P.N. Rasar, sir, to guide our student. Sir, am I audible to you? I think there is some technical issue. Thank you, Dr. Masarkar, sir. Now, moving forward with the session, I request second year NSS volunteer Srushti Kakri for a vote of thanks. Srushti, over to you.
Hello, a very good afternoon to one and all present over here. This is Srushti Kakre, second year NSS volunteer. I'm greatly privileged to extend vote of thanks to the wonderful and enthusiastic dignitaries. Japan, known as one of the most innovative nations, is an attractive environment for startups. Japan, being a big entrepreneurial talent and innovation pool, our young, enthusiastic, talented minds always look upon this land of rising sun for their career development. And today, we had a great opportunity to hear to a great, inspiring, eminent personality, Mr. Tomio Aisuge, sir, on the opportunities for Indian youth in Japan. Sir, your guidance will surely be going to encourage all our young minds in their future events. So thank you so much for spending your valuable time to grace this event. Further, I thank the president of today's event, Dr. P.N. Rasar, sir, Director of Instruction and Dean Faculty of Agriculture, Mahatma Phule Krishi Vidyapit, Rahul. I extend my gratitude to Associate Dean of College of Agriculture, Pune, Dr. S.D. Masarkar, sir. I also thank Vice President of Student Council, Dr. Arun Kamre, sir. Thank you, Dr. P.V. Patil, sir, for inviting such a great personality for we students. We are very thankful to our respected NSS program officers, Dr. Saure, sir, Dr. Tamburi, sir, and Dr. Patil, sir. Lastly, I thank all the patient listeners as well as the organizing committee for the grand success of this event. Thank you all. Thank you so much. On behalf of all the dignitaries, hereby I declare that today's event comes to an end successfully. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Srushti. Thank you so much, Mr. Tomio Aisuge, sir. It was our pleasure to hear you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And with the permission of all the dignitaries present over here, I declare this program comes to an end successfully here. Thank you so much all for joining.
Shruti,
Thank you.
attendance.
Yes,
See you
sir.
again.
I request all the NSS volunteers to put their attendance in the chat box.
Shruti, photo घेतलेत का? Screenshots.
Yes, sir.
Screenshots घेतलेत का? ती सर असेपर्यंत स्क्रीनशॉट घ्या.
Okay, sir. मी आता घेते.
रिक्वेस्ट करा, स्क्रीनशॉट घ्या.
Yes, sir. मी आता एक घेते.
त्यांना रिक्वेस्ट कर.
Mr. Tomio Isogai, sir, can you wait for 2 minutes? We'll take a screenshot with you. Because of pandemic, we are not able to take a photograph, so we can rely on the screenshot at least.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
I think all should start your video, so it is this screenshot should be more effective.
Yes, sir. I request all the dignitaries to please put camera on so we can take a screenshot at least. Just a minute, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye now.